today I'm trying to figure out how to do a battery strap. I'll show you what I have right now. I finished doing the battery tray. I painted it, I put it back in the car, and I have the battery in the car right now. So let me flip you around, show you what I'm working with and what I'm trying to do. So I'm just bending the cardboard down, and then this will have a lip like that, and then get a bolt through this here, and that'll hold everything down. And obviously this side will get bolted, or yeah, bolted through there. There's a nut that's been welded in from the factory for the original hold down strap, so we'll just use that through the new piece. So I'm gonna cut this into a better shape and then figure it out from there. All right, we got the piece cut out into a decently nice shape. I like that it's a little wider up there, but when we cut this out, we can round all the corners and everything, but I have all the bends marked out. There, there, and there. Well, this one's not marked, but you get the idea. This is gonna bend like that, and there'll be a hole through there for the bolt, and then this will bend up like that and go up against the body of the car. So I'm gonna cut this out of this and then bend it up and put it on the car. So let's do it. There we go. Alrighty, we got this all cut up. A good template. It's not exactly the same, but I made it a little bit oversized so that we could round down these corners and file things down without having to lose our spots. So now I'm going to mark my bends, put those bends into here, and then get it put on the car. See if it all works with our bends. And then once we do the bends, we can drill the holes, because I'm not doing this with measurements or anything. I don't want to drill the holes and then have to make the whole thing around those holes, if that makes any sense. So let's get to it. All right, so I put one bend into it and put it on the battery. So I'm gonna bend this down, bend that up, and then we'll see how everything lines up with the little bolt that I have. All right, so here's where I'm at right now. I've bent this up a few times and put this padding that I have on the inside of the battery tray as well, to sort of just give the battery a little cushion. And that all together looks like that. So now I gotta drill a hole through here, drill a hole through here, and put a little bit more. I'm gonna put this is just for mock-up to see how tall this makes it. But I'll put 2 strips on either side, and I might even do another one right through the middle, just to have a little bit of extra cushion. And then we'll pretty much be done. We'll just have to decide whether or not we want to paint it or what we want to do to it. So yeah, I'll get that done and then we'll get back to it. All right, so I took the battery strap off the car and I'm trying to figure out where I want to drill this hole. And I think I'm just going to use the nut off of our hold down bolt, put it on to our piece, and let me set this up so it's not moving. So put that there on the flat section, and then I'm just going to move it out right to there and drill the hole right there. Not really doing any measurements, just kind of eyeballing the center of this. I'll probably, I'll end up making this side parallel with this side so it doesn't look like it's coming out wonky. So yeah, I'm gonna drill that hole and then put it back on the car, figure out where we need to drill that hole. The top of the spray can just got knocked off somewhere and I don't know where it went. I'll probably see it in the footage somewhere, but alright, so now I'm gonna drill a really big hole where I just drilled a small hole. And I should probably be doing this by steps. I definitely should be doing it in steps. So you do one after the other, but you know, smaller, then bigger, 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 all the way up to this. But I'm just gonna do this. Should I have used a step bit from the beginning? Probably. Should I stop shaking you guys around? Probably. Step bit. Yay! Look at that. There we go. Now we go put it on the car. Actually, I'm gonna clean up this cut right here real quick and then we'll put it on the car. I don't know why I undid that nut either, because anyways, I'm gonna go clean this up and then put it on the car. This bend here could probably do with moving up so that I don't have to tighten this all the way down to the bottom. But if I do that, then this hole is going to be out that way. So, I'm going to have to kind of think about it a little bit, but that's the issue I'm running into right now. So, we'll figure it out. I'm gonna make another mark slightly above it. And we'll do the bend again. And you know what? I'm gonna measure, or not measure, but I'm just gonna use my eyeball. So I wanna have enough space for 1, and then 2, just in case. So yeah, that extra space there, that'll be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. So I hope you understand what I was trying to do with that. It's not really a measurement, you know, but use something. So now I gotta bend that back this way. That's a problem. I gotta go to my other vise. Now I can finish this bend here. That. Something a little softer. Alright, let's go see what it looks like on the car. Alright, back on the car. And yeah, I mean, still grabbing the battery, and I'll probably just have to keep bringing this bend in until it's 90 and then 90, you know, at least close to 90. Closer to 90. I'll show you what it looks like over here in a second, but basically we'll just have to move this hole over here because we don't want the hold down strap to be off at an angle. So this is what I mean. You can see it's still down at an angle, and that wall or that curve up is not as far down as I would like it to be. So basically I have to make this bend here a little sharper, and then this bend a little sharper as well, and that should bring everything into alignment. So, and then we'll have to move that hole over there and we'll be all good. Alright, so I think we got our adjusted bends and everything nice and neat. I like the shape of it. Maybe do some design in the center, maybe do a punch or something, a couple of holes with a die or something, I don't know. And then definitely we're gonna have to round the edges and clean up some of these cuts. But yeah, I'm gonna drill a new hole and then we'll put it back on the car. And then eventually we'll cut this off. But let's get that done first. Back on the car now, and you can see when I put my hand on it, it's actually got tension now. So if this were bolted up over here, this would be creating the tension. If that makes sense. So now we got all this squared away, we can pretty much just worry about what shape I want and Obviously I'm gonna have to cut this here so that doesn't just hang out. But yeah, pretty much done. All right, so here's the strap right now. I've sort of shaved this down in the front a little bit, and now I'm gonna figure out what shape I want here. All right, so I made some marks about the shape that I want, and now I'm gonna grind it all down. To show you guys real quick on the car what it will look like. And yeah, I think we're just gonna go with that. Alrighty, there we go. I cut it all out, I ground it down, and now I'm just going through and sanding it and cleaning it so I can paint it. And once I do that, I'll put some foam on the bottom side and get it back on the car and show you what it looks like. Alright, so it's the next day. I painted this last night and waited for it to dry. But in any case, I just put 3 strips on there so it'll not be metal on battery. So it wraps around the battery like that. And yeah, let me throw it on and I'll show you what it looks like. So there we go. Battery strap's all done. I put the weather stripping on the bottom, bolted it in place, cleaned up that bolt down there, and I did end up putting a notch at the bottom of this so that it'll grab the battery tray a little bit better, but it's pretty simple. It's just a V notch with an angle grinder. And yeah, battery strap complete. Now we can move on to more important things, like the front suspension. So I hope you guys will tune in next time, see all this stuff happen. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me mess around with the battery strap. I probably could have just bought one from AutoZone. I think they're like 20 bucks, but to have it be the specific angle and everything that I would need for a Pinto, it's probably not that easy. It's never that easy when it comes to just buying something straight off the shelf. So put a few hours in and get something custom made. It's not that hard. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.